I'm Esther Medina, and this is Una Conversación, a place to have a conversation with the noisemakers, the trailblazers, and game changers all around me. Meet Canadian Latin artist PRIMO. Repping Toronto loud and proud and always embracing his Colombian roots, PRIMO is well on his way to creating a name for himself in this city and worldwide with his diverse sound. Today we're sitting down to talk about his career to date and his passion for bringing the Latin community in the city together. This is Una Conversación con PRIMO. PRIMO, welcome to Una Conversación. I am so happy to finally be doing this. We've been in talks for a while now, and I just want to personally thank the internet for bringing us together.
Yes.
Thank you for supporting my work and for being so down. You're such a humble guy, and I feel like humble people will never say that they're humble because that's what makes them humble. So thank you for being so humble and so supportive. I am so excited for the world and anyone who tunes in to get to know you a little better. We're here at Unknown Studios.
Yes, the best studio in Toronto.
This is where you make a lot of magic happen, eh?
A lot, and a lot of, like you said, a lot of magic has been made here, so we're in a spot that's definitely blessed,
Yeah, and I want more people to know that, you rep your city hard, you rep your work hard, you're very passionate. So, PRIMO, where did that start? Because I don't even know the origin story yet, and I want to know, why PRIMO?
Okay, so PRIMO, for those that don't know, in Spanish it means cousin, right? And I was cutting hair in Colombia before I had the barbershop. I was cutting my cousin's hair in Colombia, and he got a phone call. Somebody called him. He's like, "Where are you at?" He's like, "Oh, I'm at my cousin's spot. Estoy donde el primo."
Oh.
Right? He said, "Estoy donde el primo," right? So then he kind of liked the way that sounded. He's like, "Cuando se regrese a Canadá, when you go back to Canada, you should put that name as your barbershop."
Oh.
So that's exactly that's what I did. I listened to him. I was 15 or whatever. I was still in high school, and I came back to Canada from Colombia, and I named my barbershop Donde el Primo, and then everyone just started calling me Primo, because they would see Donde el Primo on the thing, and they just started calling me that. I ended up making a hair product, and I called it Primo.
Yeah.
Primo in English. Another thing that people don't know as well is that Primo in English means of top quality.
Yes.
When something is primo in English, it means it's number one of top quality. So, I could definitely relate to that. I try to always do things at the highest quality that I can. And it reflects in my music. I believe that, I put a lot of effort into that and making sure that it's the best. And just other things that I do too, I try. So yeah, that's where that comes from.
That's so dope. And I didn't know you had a whole barbershop. So you cut hair.
I used to.
If one of your boys wants a lineup, you'll do that for them?
I'm not doing it no more.
Retired?
Yeah, definitely. I stopped cutting hair once I started making music.
I got you. Okay.
And then when I made my first my first couple songs, everyone already knew me as Primo, but I was like, oh, I kind of want to change my name. So I started thinking about it, but nothing came to me. So I'm just like, all right, Primo it is, let's go. And I just released my first song as that, because of the definition that it has in English. Because I always thought it would be weird, let's say I'm doing a show in Colombia or something, and the girls are in the crowd and Primo, cousin, I didn't really see that. But funny enough, I do shows now and people are chanting the name, Primo, Primo, Primo. So I mean, yeah.
I like it.
Worked.
It flows, and I also feel think about how everyone has different family situations. And if you're blessed, you have a primo or a prima that you like. Just think about how you feel when you're with family, right? So I feel just for that alone, it's a name that when people call you by it or meet you, they already feel like they know you, hey primo, what's up? And I love that.
And what's interesting about that too is just the way I am, my personality, I'm very I'll treat you. I treat people like family. I'm not like so other people are like can be maybe, let's say, more closed off. They don't let people in too easily or whatever. I'm more like open. I'm more of an open individual, I guess you can say. So like I'll meet you and I'll just treat you like you're like, you know, family. You know?
You're from Colombia.
Yes.
You have family there. Like, how long did you live there for? Like, what was your life there?
I was
like?
actually born in Canada. I was born in Brampton.
Oh, okay.
So
what up, Brampton?
A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, I was born in Brampton, and yeah, I would go to. I've been going to Colombia ever since I was months old. You know, desde
wow.
You know,
yeah.
Desde que tenía meses. The majority of like obviously my life has been lived in Mississauga, but yeah, I would definitely travel a lot to Colombia and Medellin, and at an early age, as like 12, 13 years old, I would be like partying. I would be going to clubs at like 12, 13 years old in Medellin.
Oh,
you know?
my God.
Yeah, so that's how I got into making reggaeton, you know? It's just like just being around these environments.
Yeah.
Because Medellin es la casa del reggaeton. It's the house of reggaeton. So like that's how it got into my, you know, my system, I guess you can say.
How would you describe the culture there and like the vibe there in a sentence, if you could? Not to limit it to a sentence, because I'm sure that's hard, but how would you describe it in a sentence? You
know, Medellin is a very playful city. You go into the store and everyone, like, you know, you're making jokes with like the guy that works at the store or the girl that works in the store. You're just, you know, and it's very friendly place as well. Like people are just like family, you know, you feel that a lot when you're there. People are very open, friendly, fun. They're always cracking jokes. Even a stranger, like, you know, you'll just be cracking jokes and doing stuff like that. So I feel like you're a huge advocate for collaboration. What is so empowering about that? In terms of collaboration, it doesn't so much reflect in my music because I don't have so many songs with other people. But the reason that you say that is because like lately, yes, I have been trying to collaborate a lot more, and I've been collaborating with people. And just in general, my personality, I like bringing people together. So that's where you see that, that's where you feel that collaborative energy, I guess you can say, from me, because I really enjoy bringing people together. That's why I like hosting events and parties and stuff like that. And I'm in the Latin community a little bit well known for that, I guess. That's something that people know me for hosting events and stuff. But to answer your question, so in general, I love collaborating with people because, you know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it just makes you stronger. It shows you sides of different things that you wouldn't normally see. It also, it gives you a chance to, like, if you, let's say you form a team or you're working with others, it gives everybody a chance to work with their strengths. Like a soccer team, you know, like just people playing defense, midfield, forward, the goalie. Everyone has things that they do best. Yeah. So when you put all that together, you can make something great happen out of that, you know, rather than just like you doing it yourself and it being a little more hard, I guess you can say, you know. And a lot of the most successful things come out of that, come out of collaboration. In a book called Think and Grow Rich, The Power of the Mastermind Group is one of the, have you heard of that book? I have. Yeah, so the power. I have not read it. You haven't read it, but that's okay. You're gonna read it soon. I'll add it to my list. The power of the mastermind group, right? So it's like you have to have a mastermind group around you to do major things. If you want to do like something special and you really have like, and you envision big projects, or you really want to get something major done, like when you have a powerful team, it just makes it a lot stronger, you know? What would you say to like a creative that's struggling to get out of their comfort zone to collaborate? Because I feel like you're very personable, you're outgoing, and it like almost seems to come naturally to you, especially the way you've always hosted events and such. What do you say to that person that's like quiet but wants to collaborate so bad? Like, what advice would you give them? I mean, everybody in life has their own path. So like, I mean, at the end of the day, you do your best to, like, if you work better alone, continue doing that. But if you want to collaborate with others and you think it's better that way, just make an effort, you know, like try. That's the first thing. A lot of people don't even make the effort, you know. They just kind of stay in that area. Yeah, make an effort. That's what I would say. Like try to do it, you know.
So when it comes to making your music and your songs, you know, it seems like you've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with yourself and your thoughts, and you're putting that into your music. Tell me a little bit, like, how is that process? What is your music creating, producing process? What does that look like?
Yeah, so my creative process, like when I make music, is actually very collaborative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
let's hear this.
I work with a lot of different people. Producers. I have my team where we sit and we write songs together. We put a lot of effort into like making the best possible product, you know. So I have guys on the team like CAY, D-Flow, you know, guys that I work with that are like my family. Everybody is like what I was saying earlier. Everybody has a strength, you know. Somebody might give an incredible melody, and then somebody might add some lyrics to it, you know, and then we build it together. So it's a collaborative thing. That's how I make a lot of my music, you know, with my team as a whole, you know.
And you don't feel like, because I've listened to your music. I've told you this off camera. There's not a song I don't like.
Thank you.
Like every song hits, the quality is there. The PRIMO quality is there. And, you know, because you said you have a lot of people around you when you're making your music.
Yeah.
Like, is there any part of that is intimidating to you, or are you just comfortable doing whatever you want?
Well, I wouldn't say intimidating, but like I try to be very open when it comes to like feedback. You know, some people are more like, there's artists out there that are just like, no, like this is how my music is gonna go, and they don't care about what anybody else around them tells them. Like they don't want feedback from nobody. It's like, I just need to create my art, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm very open to like, what do you think? Like, okay, tell me how this can be better. Going
back to the music that's out, and I feel like a lot of it is very passionate. When you make your songs, do you have a muse behind each song? So
you use the word passionate. Like, I feel like the way that it comes off, the reason that it comes off that way is because generally I'm a very passionate person. I would say a lot of Latinos are. I don't know. I'm very like, you know, I guess romantic, passionate, you know.
So it comes from love.
Yeah, so it just comes out of me like when I'm recording and stuff like that, and yeah, like that's how.
So is there a muse in your music, or is it more like, does your music not necessarily have to reflect what you're going through in life?
I just love like recording. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Just being in the studio.
Sometimes that's the answer.
Yeah, just being in the studio
is
what makes me keep going, you know?
Do you have something that's never seen the light of day?
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of my first music, because I made 70 songs before I released one. Like all those 70, like the 69, that's all scrapped, you know? Like, no, I'm joking. There's probably some good songs in there, but like, yeah, definitely a lot of songs get scrapped.
What made that one the one?
Just my OG just telling me it's time. And for anybody who doesn't know, OG's like someone that you can like look up to, get guidance from, you know? The 70th one is because Jay told me, he's like, yo, it's time, let's go. It's time to release music. Because he also told me like, don't even release nothing yet, just make music. And I listened to him. This is somebody that I have in my life that he's 10 years older than me, makes sure that like, he's like my guardian angel, you know? He makes sure that I'm doing the right moves, I'm going the right way.
I feel like also though, to be someone that can be receptive of criticism, of following instructions, you know, your character comes off, in my opinion, is very disciplined. Who would you say your greatest influences were, your greatest role models were when you were younger?
In music or in general?
In your life, in general.
My brothers. I have 3 older brothers.
So you're the baby?
Yeah, I'm the baby, yeah.
Wow.
And I always looked up to my brothers, you know. One of my brothers would be like, you know, reading, always reading and like going to school, getting things done and being disciplined, you know, being an organized individual and like intelligent, respectful, you know. And so I would look up to him in that way. One of my other brothers was just a cool guy, you know, he gets all the girls, you know, like everybody loved him, he's super friendly, you know. And then my other brother, like I would be able to have like deep conversations with him. And yeah, my brothers and my sister, you know, my sister, I have an older sister, she's the oldest of the family, and you know, she taught me a lot of things as well. She was always there for me. So I looked up to my siblings and I love them very much.
What is Primo's dream for Canada and as far as the music industry is concerned?
That's an incredible question. This is an important question because like for me, what I envision for Canada is like there's going to be a lot of light put on Canada and the talent from Canada. Mm-hmm. And there's still people that are being developed and there's still artists that are coming and good things are going to happen from here. And what I see is like eventually an artist from here being able to do a show with thousands of people in his own city. Like, and not just one person, but we need somebody from here that is able to do a show, you know, like 5,000 people go and they just want to hear his music. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's
not opening up for anybody
or
anything like that. And that's what I see for myself, you know.
How do you feel about the improvement that can be made to the Latin music scene in Canada?
No, I think we're on a really good path, you know. Honestly, we all get along, to my knowledge at least, you know, like from what I'm seeing, everyone gets along, we're all focused, we're all trying to make things happen. Just more, we just need more talent, you know, more talent to come out and push and try. And to follow what they want to do in life, you know, because there's probably kids that don't come out and say, I want to make music, or they don't try, you know, so we need more of that. And that's pretty much it. But other than that, nosotros vamos por un muy buen camino. We're on the path that we need to be on.
What does 2023 look like for you?
2023, I'm going to be traveling around the States for my music. Miami, LA, New York, Colombia, Medellin, Mexico City, and Orlando. So those 6 cities.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be going to those places. I'm going to drop an album, my first ever album.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Prophecy is going to come out in 2023. It has 6 songs, and from 1 to 6, it's the different stages of love. Del deseo al odio, from desire to hatred. Starting from number 1, like you see someone, you know, you want to be with them, there's that desire. You know, and then in the middle, you got like addiction. One of the songs is called Vicio. Mm-hmm. So now you're with them, you get with them, whatever, then you're addicted to them. Then Presente is heartbreak. Then the last song is hatred. Like you go from loving this person to now not being with them and they did you wrong, and you have that hatred inside of you. There's also another saying that goes, love and hate are 2 sides of the same coin.
Honestly, thank you for this. Thank you for being so vulnerable and just sharing, you know, your thoughts. I have one last question for you, and then we're gonna shake it up with something a little more fun. But my last question for you is, what is something about you that most people don't know?
That I'm very much into meditation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You surprised me.
Yeah, meditation, awareness, consciousness, all that.
Wow, what's your meditation routine? So
what people have to learn about meditation is that meditation isn't something that like you sit and do. It's more of like, it's something that has to be applied through your whole life. So like Osho, for example, will say that meditation is not like glasses where you put them on and you take them off. It's like more like your eyes. They don't.
Wow.
Yeah. It's something that should be present at all times. Like if I'm speaking to you right now, there has to be that light of awareness within me. There should be. Mm-hmm. And these methods and these practices, this leads to like more peace within, more joy, and being more alive. And then in turn, when you have that energy within you, it also has an effect on the world, right? Because everything is connected. So that's something that people don't know about me. I'm very much into that stuff. I'm going to continue to share that with the world, share my personal experience with the world, so that there can be a lot more peace and love and joy in the world, you know, because it is the key to life. Meditation is the key to life, you know.
This is on brand. You're very zen. You're very calm. I can't even imagine what you would look like stressed. And I think that should be to you a sign that your meditation's working, because you have that inner peace. That's amazing. Everyone go meditate.
The Power of Now. That's the book that you got to get. The Power of Now. You start there.
Well, Primo, thank you for going so deep with me. I do have a fun rapid fire for you. This one's a little different. I've done rapid fires before, but in this rapid fire, you are trapped on a desert island. There's 3 different categories. So remember, you're trapped on this desert island, you're not leaving. In this scenario, you have food, you have water, your family's fine. So focus on what I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
And it's rapid fire, so you have to think quick. On this island, you have a speaker, and you can only listen to 3 artists on it for the rest of your life. Which 3 artists are you picking?
Rauw Alejandro, Drake, Tory Lanez is the one that came to my mind.
Okay, we got a lot of Toronto representation. Let's go. We love it. Ready? 3 things that you can eat on this island for the rest of your life. Ready?
Chili. Homemade chili.
Okay.
That's extra funny because I just had chili just now. So that's extra funny.
He loves his chili.
Chicken breast.
Okay.
And salad. We gotta be healthy.
He has his protein.
Yeah.
He has a 3-course meal. Let's go. What are 3 sentimental items you would bring with you?
The Book of Secrets.
Okay.
By Osho. It's like that big. It's huge. It's like a Bible. That's my favorite book, so I would bring that with me.
Okay.
Sentimental things like. Can I bring a person with me?
No.
No? Okay.
Fine.
Fine? Okay, so I'm gonna bring one special person with me.
Okay.
And yeah.
And you guys can read the book together.
And we can read the book together. That's
okay.
it.
Okay, just 2 things then.
That's all we're gonna be.
Oh my gosh. I'm dead. Primo, thank you so much for this conversation. I really appreciate it. Honestly, you are an awesome person, and I can't wait to see everything you're gonna do in 2023. Have the most amazing tour.
Yes.
And maybe we can sit back down and catch up.
We will, 100%.
When you're done touring.
100%.
Thank you.
Yes.
And thank you to everyone for tuning in to this episode of Una Conversación. We'll see you in the next one.
Let's go.